What are you doing here? You want to be part of the video? Go and rest. My Nato girl wants to be part of this video, and though I'm going to be talking about hair loss, she does not have any fur loss. She's all fluffy and cute. Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you this CurrentBody LED regrowth mask. I have had this since early this year, so it is October now, so 10 months, and I have been using it pretty consistently, more so in the beginning than now, but I am still consistently using this. Hair loss is not fun. In the past 5 years, I have noticed a significant loss in hair density for myself personally. And hair loss is not something new. I think a lot of us go through it, especially when we get older. Men also go through it maybe at the crown where they get the receding hairline. But for us women, we also experience hair loss or maybe lack of density, particularly along the hairline here. So you start to get like a widening of the hairline. It starts to just thin out. And when you put your hand on your head, it kind of doesn't feel as full anymore. It's due to many reasons. For me, I believe it is hormonal. So it is aging, and it's also to some extent maybe my diet, but I'm trying to eat better. But even though I tried to eat a lot better, kind of like fix the internal, I can't run away the fact that I am also getting older. So I am 42 this year. In a few more months, I'll be 43. So yeah, in my late 30s, I truly experienced thinning of my hair, and it does make me feel really self-conscious. So I have like a picture of myself showing like before I started to use the CurrentBody LED hair regrowth mask. Now, I'm not new to LED treatments. I use it for my face. I use it for kind of like my body as well. I use the same mask from CurrentBody and I put it on my shoulders. It's really good for healing, and I find that it's also quite calming for the joints. So I have heard about red light therapy for the scalp and how it will promote the cells to regenerate, and it also promotes blood circulation. But honestly, I was skeptical. But in the past 10 months, and it does take that long, which is why when I was talking to CurrentBody, I was saying, I'm not comfortable sharing it when I don't personally see a difference. Some say they see it super fast. I didn't see it like super fast. I actually took quite a while. Look at my little girl. Neto. Maybe for some people, the results are pretty immediate, but for me, I did not immediately notice significant changes. And I actually told CurrentBody that I said, I'm not experiencing anything, and I wasn't really comfortable talking about something that I wasn't 100% sure about. So it took so long. It took nearly 10 months for me to start to see, like, I think my hair is a little thicker. It's not as, it's not as thin. And if you are experiencing hair loss, I think you'll know what I mean. When you put your hands here, you kind of feel it's lacking that volume. So anyway, let's come to my results later on. Let me just talk about the device first. So this is the CurrentBody hair mask, and it actually looks so futuristic. I feel like I need to be in some kind of like what's the word? Like some sort of astronaut show or something, because it's so futuristic. So it has these ear cuffs here where you could put it. So let me just put it on my head. And honestly, the first time I got it, I thought it looked silly, honestly. But you're not going to be walking around outside with this hair mask. What I do is I use it at night, and it can be connected to Bluetooth. So while I'm just sitting down, I connect it to some music, connect it to my YouTube. I can listen through the Bluetooth and just do my treatment. So there's a button on this side. Let me just turn it on. Oh, there you see. Do I not feel like I am going to fly up into the universe? let me just talk while I'm wearing it. So basically, when I got this for the first time, I mean, I had a good laugh, all right? I had a good laugh, but there was a purpose, right? I was trying to increase, you know, that blood circulation on my head. My dog hates it. She's like, what are you doing on your head? Oh, by the way, I've got a new couch and I have like a bed sheet over it. I apologize for that because, yeah, I had some friends over with their dogs, so they were jumping on my white couch. But I decided to film here. It's kind of like OG. Anyway, so coming back to this mask. So when I put it on, first thing I thought I looked really silly. But then, because I could connect it to my YouTube, and it only takes 10 minutes. It's literally so convenient. And then I take it off. I mean, it'll go beep, it'll turn off by itself like that, oops. And then that's it. So if you look on the inside, there are these silicone pieces along the shell of the mask that makes it really comfortable when you put it on your head. So you're not like directly putting the whole LED and the mask on your head where that plastic might feel a little uncomfortable, but the silicone gives it a bit of cushioning, and then it'll just fit on your head. So I am actually wearing the size S, I think it's SM, so it kind of fits. I think I could go also a size up because my head's kind of like big at this side, but it's still comfy. It covers all the way to the back of the head. So if you have hair loss at the back of the head, it will also have the LED lights. Let me turn it on again. All right, you can see all those red lights. Those LED red lights, they use the 640, oh, there you go. So you can see all the LED lights right there, right? So it covers the front to the back part of the shell. The wavelength is 640, which is the right wavelength to promote blood circulation. It will encourage more oxygen into the follicles, and that will promote healing, and to some extent it will promote hair growth. It also comes with a cradle, and you can put your mask on it so that it won't be rolling around while you're not using it or while you're charging it. I have used the cradle. Sometimes I forget, or I'm in my room and I just want to put it on like the bed like this. It looks okay as well. It doesn't mean that you must have the cradle all the time and you must store it on the cradle. For me, it's a mix. So if I want it to look neat, then I'll put it on the cradle. Otherwise, I'm fine with just putting it on my table as well. Before I dive into my experience, let me just show you the box that it came with. Because if you are thinking about getting some really amazing gift for a person who, you know, like me, is experiencing hair loss, it is quite a sight. Like, look at the size of the packaging. Obviously, it has to be large because, you know, the helmet is pretty large as well. But this is impressive. It is like, wow, LED hair growth. And then you open it like this. Look at it. You just open it and then, oh, it's inside. It's pretty cool. I have to say, when I got it, I was like, that's nice. Okay, that's impressive. So if you are thinking about buying like a Christmas present coming up for somebody who you think needs it or has mentioned about it, it's a nice box. All right, so let's talk about my experience. Now, I don't see, and I'm gonna be straight up honest, I don't see like my hair suddenly exploding with hair, baby hairs, all right? I have to be absolutely honest. If you are thinking about it and you're expecting my hair to be now, you know, voluminous, actually no. But I experience reduced hair loss. And for me, that's a big win already. You know, when I put my hand like this and I would just pull my little ponytail, each time I will grab a few strands of hair. And maybe when I was young, it didn't bother me, but now it's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's kind of worrying, isn't it? So initially, when I started to use this, I thought, you know, it's not doing much. I'm still experiencing hair fall. I'm looking around my house, there's hair everywhere. But then, because I was consistent, I was using it, I'd say 2 to 3 times a week, every week, 2 to 3 times. And for 10 minutes, that's it. I don't go extra. I don't go like, I'm gonna use this for like 20 minutes long, because I didn't firstly, we'll talk about the other experience, but yeah, I didn't want to like use it so long because I was in bed. But then after consistently using it for, I'd say a solid 6 months or 7 months, because the in between, like the third or fourth month, I was a little demotivated. I was like, man, not doing anything, you know, this is a waste of my time, I'm tired. But then I stuck with it, right? Stuck with it, and I thought, you know, let's just see this through and experience it. So I'd say around the 6th or 7th month mark, that's when I looked at the mirror and I was like, my hair's not like thinning even more. It's not like the line like here, this one, let me just come up. This one, it's not thinning, it's not lightening. Oh, it's so hard to explain how hair loss, actually gradual hair loss, kind of feels and look like. But if you are going through it, you know what I'm talking about. It's sort of like here, you know, it's like widening, and maybe not be widening, but it's sort of like lightening, like the density around that line is thinning out. But what I noticed is that it wasn't accelerating and it wasn't at the same pace. It's sort of, it's there. I mean, my hair loss probably is age related, and it's also hormonal, and it's also maybe lifestyle. But I found that everything else stayed the same. I'm getting older, lifestyle hasn't changed very much, but that gradual decrease of hair it's slowing down. So it's a mix of things, and I thought that's great. That is something that I was hoping for. And then when I did this, when I grabbed my hair in a ponytail and I start to pull, I don't see hair loss in it. I don't see 1 strand or 2 strands or 3 strands. So those are my experience going through a LED hair mask. It is very gradual. It's it's almost like you don't see it until one day you look and you're like, oh, I think I see something. Now, I have also read that some people experience hair growth, like baby hair growths. Frankly, for me, I have a lot of little baby hairs and also hairs that have broken off. So I haven't noticed a lot of that, or I haven't really noticed significant for me to say, oh my gosh, look at all my baby hairs. No, I haven't. So I'm going to be honest here. But I do definitely experience that my hair, the texture, the feeling of it, I scrunch along my scalp, I feel that it's denser. I don't feel like it's voluminous, but it just feels like, oh, okay, there's something. So it just feels comforting. So that's definitely one experience that I have. Now, in terms of the whole usage, so this one, I'm gonna give you some warnings first. I still use it, but I have to tell you, there are some things you need to do when you are using this in your bed. You can use it any other time. I can do it like right now, 10 minutes, I'm done for the day. But I like to use it when I'm about to go to sleep. So when you go to sleep, so let me put it on again, so like this. It's pretty bulky at the back. So I like to lay back and rest my head on my bed rest, like bedside, and watch videos, right? But because this is pretty bulky, like I can't rest my entire head. Remember, I had those little silicone things to make it more comfortable on your head. So it creates a bit of distance between your head and the bedside. So you can't really rest because it's sort of like blocking. So that's one thing that I noticed when I'm lying on my bed or sitting up. I can't put my head back. I'll have to sort of like have a little forward tilt for 10 minutes. It's not heavy, but for some may say, oh my God, it's heavy. It's individual. It's manageable. And then I'll just have to watch or just, prop my shoulders back at the bed rather than entirely lie down. So you cannot be lying down on this. You could, but it's kind of odd. It kind of feels like, it's being pushed forward like this, which is not what I want, right? So anyway, it just feels that's something that you have to manage. Now, the other thing that you probably may like, I like, or may not like, is actually the earpieces here, because they do feel like headsets on your head, and if you're not used to that, then this might be something that you'd be like, oh, gotta adjust a little bit. But it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It doesn't feel like, it's sucking in my head. But that's also something to take note. And then like this, so because if you have long hair, you gotta kind of extend it out a little bit like this, rather than just pull it up from your head, because if you do that, it'll pull your hair as well, right? And then you don't want hair breakage, because what's the point? So you gotta like open it up a bit and then remove it. And then if you get any hair stuck like here, you just wriggle it out. Wriggle it out. Don't rip it off your head. Like if any kind of helmet, if you play sports, if you rip it off your head, you lose hair. And what's the point? Because this is supposed to help protect your hair. This is me nitpicking on this item. And it's because I'm a music snob. I listen to music almost every single day because I teach classes, and I just love music. I love like the bass, the sound, the amazing quality. The sound through these headsets, it's not going to be your JBL or your speakers, your Harman whatever speakers, obviously not. So don't be expecting, Apple AirPods surround sound system through this. It's good enough for you to hear something, and it's nice. I wouldn't say it's like it's got the best bass and it's so good into your ears. So don't be expecting that, all right? That's not the point. The point is the hair LED mask. If you are thinking about investing in one of these hair mask tools, just be patient with the device. With everything needs a little bit of time, and everyone's results is going to be slightly different. My two biggest changes is that I don't see as much hair fall. Secondly, which if you've been following my channel for a while, is that I always talk about getting almost like psoriasis, eczema along my hairline, particularly during the time of the month. This is very specific to me, or maybe some of you have it, that it gets so scaly, it gets so itchy, and it actually increases hair loss because my hair sort of like stuck to that scalp, it's clogging the follicles, it's coming out. So that is something that I go through almost every month. But ever since I started red light therapy, anytime I can feel, and you know it, like if you know your own body, right? Every time I feel like I'm getting an episode, like starting to be a little itchy, a little scaly, what I'll do is I'll just slap on, before I had this, I'll slap on the LED mask along my hairline. I'll shift it up a little higher, and it just heals, it calms the skin down, and then I don't get an episode that is so severe that it'll take another 2 weeks to heal. And then now that I have this LED mask, I still get my episodes, but they don't last as long, and they're not as severe, and I heals so much faster. And sometimes they don't even start because I'm sort of like the red light is saying, hey, calm down, chill out, blood circulation, all of that thing in my scalp. And I think that has also increased my hair's strength, my scalp's strength, and it actually heals the follicles, and therefore that's why maybe I'm also not experiencing so much hair loss. So that is an experience that I cannot take away from a hair mask. So anyway, if you are thinking about investing in this, like I said earlier, be patient with it. Don't expect miracles, of course, but also if you are expecting this to replace hair replacement, and or if you don't have hair already and you're expecting like boom, voluminous, maybe speak to a professional first and see how it works. But if you are like me, coming into those stages, or you're sort of in it and you're like wondering how can I improve my situation, having tools like this, like an LED mask, in your arsenal of many things, you could have medication, I'm not sure, you could have other things. I feel like it is supplementary to your entire treatment. So yeah, I want to say thank you to CurrentBody for sending this hair mask to me. I am an advocate for red light therapy, and I think it's an amazing little tool, a device, and a feature that you can have with your skincare routine, your hair routine, your whatever, your overall well-being. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the link to this device and all my other red light therapy devices from CurrentBody. I have been working with them for a while, and yeah, it's been amazing. They're such a great company, so innovative, so many things that they're coming out with. So yeah, I'll link them down below. You can read about all these devices as well on their website. Otherwise, everyone, if you enjoyed today's video, I do hope you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. Otherwise, I will see you in my next video.